And hello and welcome to Monday Night Live. Are you loving? Can you hear that? Can you hear my background music? It's called Daydreaming, and I was just sitting here just ready to close my eyes, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. So if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. I just pop it in the chat. Let me stop that music. That's annoying. Just pop it in the chat and let me know where you're watching from tonight. It is Monday the 7th. Yes, I will share with you why I'm so confused. Monday the 7th of March, 2022. Yes, so sound a little bit spaced out, but I am here. I am awake. You can probably see I've got some big bags under my eyes. My hair is just all over the shop. So lucky you can only see literally from here down. So thanks for showing up tonight. It means a lot when you show up every week. So hello, Kay. How are you? Haven't seen you in a little while, so I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to do this little thing here. If you can see that, I'm doing it, and I hope you're all going to be doing it with me. So that's something exciting to share. And Janet, drenched in Sydney but safe. Yes, I hear. I'll share with you what I've been doing for the past couple of days so that you'll know why I've only got one speaker in, why I'm just a little bit confused and all over the place at the moment. So let's see. Lorelei, looking fabulous. Thank you, Lorelei. I'm trying to put a filter on this. Yes, we are our own worst critic, and that is just such a wonderful segue into tonight's Monday Night Live. I'm getting all so confused. I'll share. And hi, Beth, as well. So, Brodwin, thank goodness you're watching, because I have just done another course. I am the queen of courses, queen of personal development. I love investing in myself. I put my money where my mouth is and do things that transform my life. So, and hi, Kay, and hi, Francis. Haven't seen you in a little while either. So what have I been doing for the past couple of days, you wonder? You may not have seen me in the Facebook group, or if you have, as a member, I've been in there at really bizarre times. So, oh no, Annie, sorry to hear that you have a sore ankle. But thank you for sharing where you are, and thank you for tuning in tonight. So don't forget, I can't see you. All I can see, if you choose to share your name, which I would love, is your name. That's it. So unless you say something, I can't see where you are. And it's nice because you can all see me, and I know there's more people watching than actually owning up to it. So please go ahead. So where have I been hiding for the past couple of days? Well, I haven't been hiding. I've actually been in the USA. Yeah, I've been in, yes, I have. And I've been in, where was it? The Carolinas, I think, over there, somewhere on the east coast of the USA. But I wasn't there. I was there, but I wasn't there. I was actually there virtually. So I've been doing, I did a course for Christmas, a 3-month course, a course on courses. If you're wondering what the course is, it's a lot of words, course on courses. And it ended with this 3-day live event. And of course, it was all online, but based out of the US. So my days have literally been getting up at 1 a.m. and going through and finishing the course at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So I've kind of had to flip my whole world around since, when did it start? Saturday morning, 1:30 a.m. Saturday morning I got up, and it finished today. So I got up at 12:30 this morning, and I'm still going, which is why I just can't even make sense of the day. So I'm going to be going to bed very soon. But this course was amazing, or this 3-day conference was amazing. It was all done over Zoom. There were 1,800 people from 66 countries on this convention, if you like. It replaced an in-person conference for 3 days. And it was just amazing. And I'll share a little bit more about that as we go through. So hi, Sandra, watching live. Hopefully you're safe from waters down there. I did see a couple of threads in our member Facebook group about the water knee deep for you. So I hope you're okay. And hi, lovely Mandy from Roxby Downs in South Australia as well. So it is me solo this week after a good couple of weeks of having guests on our show. You may recall a couple of weeks ago we had Angela and her amazing story of 4 knee replacements and hip surgery and some massive weight loss, so that she could continue her journey of moving forward, of having a goal of, living a life of outdoors, which was pretty inspiring. And then last week we had our 3 wonderful ladies from our Couch to Mountain program, Mandy, Sue and Gwen, who shared with us their story of the Couch to Mountain and the journey that they shared. And all these stories kind of weave into my big conference that I was at virtually on the weekend as well. And hi, Janine, and hi, Jack, as well. Lovely to have everyone here. For some reason, my mouse is choosing not to scroll. So I'm just going to pop hello and see if that clears it. Hopefully I haven't frozen. There we go. Jack from Yakandanda, and all good at your end in Australia. Yeah, that's great. I had to keep saying over the weekend, hi from Brisbane, Australia. So, as I said, we had Angela's story, and then we had Mandy, Gwen and Sue's journey with Couch to Mountain last week. And as I said, I was in this big, conference over the weekend of 1,800 people, all on Zoom. It was quite amazing. I'll share some photos in the Facebook group over the couple of days, but they had this room set up with these massive, like a whole lounge room wall full of screens of people from all over the world. And they had 6 of them. So there were 200 people in each breakout room, and you got to chat. It beats networking, because networking, I have the courage to go up to someone and start talking, whereas this, you were just put in a room with a total stranger and you had to start talking about things. So it was a course on courses and self-development and a whole lot of other stuff. So I do invest in myself a lot. I think the biggest thing that I can do, or anyone can do for themselves, is to invest. And I encourage every woman to invest in a hiking adventure, but I do invest in myself in exactly the same way, so that I can bring you, or the team can bring you, these amazing adventures. But one of the things, there were so many things I learned, but one of the things that, a couple of things that struck me was, I'm sleep deprived, and being sleep deprived is not a good thing, because when we don't sleep particularly well, we don't have a chance to reset. When we get tired, we see the world through a cloudy lens, where, the thing that might have been okay for us yesterday just puts us on that, like, oh, are you serious? I'm not doing that. Or we can react in different ways to things as we wouldn't do when we had a good night's sleep. But also when we sleep, we produce some hormones called leptin, ghrelin and insulin. And if we don't get enough sleep, these hormones don't act as they're supposed to. And I give you a story. So insulin, we all know that controls our blood sugar. But leptin and ghrelin together are, in a quick summary, they control our hunger hormones. So if you don't get enough sleep, they don't work, and they tell you that you're hungry all the time. So I did okay on the first night. I had a couple of cups of tea. I couldn't make a coffee because it's too noisy for the rest of the house that was sleeping. And then their lunchtime happened to be 6 a.m., which was our breakfast time. So that was okay. I could sort myself then. So the first day I went along okay, and I tried to go to bed about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but that was a mistake. So I got up again and went to bed at 7. But then the next day I got up at 1:30 a.m. and about 4 o'clock, no joke, I would have been sitting there like this. I'm sure that they would have seen me nodding off. So I had to go and get the Swiss ball and sit on that so I wouldn't fall asleep. And then this morning I was really hungry and I needed to stay awake, because I had to get up that hour and a half earlier today. So here I was having a can of Coke at 2 a.m. this morning, which is not anything I would normally do. And I've been hungry and peckish all day. And that is because I literally have not had enough sleep. And some of you may know, I haven't got it on. I took it off because it was annoying me with the answers. I wear this sleep ring. And for me, I know enough about my sleep now that the deep sleep happens before midnight. And then, my heart rate sort of is up here. And then after midnight, my heart rate comes down to its lowest point around 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. Of course, I didn't get those hours sleep for the last couple of days. And there's the flashing warning signs coming up going, you're not ready. You're just go back to bed, basically. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. So, we think that we can operate on not much sleep. And the world seems to think that not much sleep is this badge of honor as well. But just, be aware that they do say that, 7 to 8 hours if you can. I know probably 6 is more like it for most people. Just that time to rest, replenish, recover and see the world through the beautiful clear lens that we have is so important. So tonight, not long after I finish here, I will be probably having an egg on toast breakfast and then going to bed, and life will be back to normal. So yes, my day was so out of whack. If I've sent you an email and it doesn't make sense, that's exactly why. But one of the things, so I learned that about sleep, but the other thing I learned was that out of these 1,800 people in the room, they asked us to share if you wanted to, or not share, what your fears were. So these were all, it was a business conference. So what your fears were around starting a business. But it's no different to anything else that we're trying or doing for the first time, or stepping into something that we haven't done before. And I kid you not, I've written them down here, straight from 3 a.m. the first morning. Fear of success, and I know this because I have some of them too. And hi, Wendy from Midda. But I also know that these apply to hiking, and these apply to women. I know we've got a lot of our members watching, but I'm sure there's some non-members watching too. A lot of women don't, over 50, I'm talking over 50, I'm in that category, that we don't try things because we don't want to be a failure. We don't want to try something that we've never tried before because we might not be very good at it. We don't want to try something before because what if we don't do it right? What if we're the only one that can't do it? What if I can't do that because I hurt my ankle 25 years ago and, well, it's just not going to work for me now. Or I can't do that because it might rain. Or I can't do that because life is in the way. And I'm looking out the window because I'm recalling all the things and all the stories I hear, not just from the past couple of days, but from my past 8 years or my past 15 years in the health and fitness industry. I can't do that because the time's not right. I can't do that because I need to do this. I can't. Just so many different excuses, or not excuses. But the point is that 1,800 people. That's a pretty good representative sample. That if that many people, 99% of people, felt exactly the same way, and as I said, I hear it and see it from women who want to do stuff in the outdoors with us, but are just not ready to take that next step for whatever reason. If everybody is feeling this exact same way, then we have nothing to worry about because everyone is in exactly the same position. We're all feeling the fear. We're all feeling that we're going to let ourselves down or let somebody else down, that we might hurt ourselves, that who will we become if we do it? What if I do it and I don't like it? What if I do it and I suck at it? What if I do it and it changes something? No one's thinking, what if I do it and I actually have fun? I actually set myself on this brand new trajectory of this whole new world, this transformation, that it could actually turn out to be a great thing. Because all of these things, all of these reasons are coming from a basis of fear. We're so fearful that someone might laugh at us, or someone might think we're silly, or someone might think we're crazy or nuts, or we're too old to do that, or we're too big to do that, or we're too small to do that, or we're too, grey to do that. I think the presenter said something pretty amazing. She said, and I think this is just my key takeaway. She said, people are going to judge you whether you like it or not. Why not give them something to judge you about? I think that's pretty amazing. But they can't, give them something. So that was a big revelation. So hello, Georgina. Hello, Margaret as well. And hi, Meg. And hi, Jelena. If you agree with me or don't agree, or what, please speak up, because this is just my observations from the weekend. So it was amazing to me to actually see that. And what they did was people put all their little fears into pieces of paper, and they asked us just to put them in a bucket not a bucket, a pan, and set them on fire so you could see them go up in smoke. But I didn't do that because I didn't actually think that it was a good thing to do at 3 a.m. in the morning in the house with the smoke detectors and being a little bit sleepy should something go wrong. So I didn't do that, but I did rip them up into tiny little pieces, and it was quite liberating to let those things go. Yeah, Rob, when you will hear that quote from me for quite a while, because it is a very good quote to remember. But they gave us this little postcard. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And we sometimes just need to get out of our own way, no matter what our age, our height, our background, our history, our, anything. We just need to just do it. Nike had a good thing there. And it's also, so these fears are universal, and fears stop us from doing so many things. And when do we stop? Like, when is it all green lights and when is it red lights and stop and go and amber? And I have this, I know I'm all over the place today, but I have this theory for this year that it's all about the green lights. And the green lights for me are, let's just remove all the barriers and let's just make everything as easy as it possibly can be. Because let's face it, the last couple of years have been really hard. I'm going to just share this because I can't see it properly. Georgina says she totally agrees. As a teacher, children have this fear of trying new things because of what others might say. Yeah, it's interesting because I was chatting about it today with Jane, and one of the things that I was told as a kid, and I taught my children who are now, in their 20s, was that go on, give it a go. Just literally pushing them in there. Give it a go. What have you got to lose? You can't be an expert because you've never done it before. But no one's telling us that as adults, to step in there and have a go, give it a try. And I think maybe we do need someone to just say, get in there and give it a go. So thank you for sharing that, Georgina. And Mandy says, in the past 2 years in a global pandemic and with floods and more, it doesn't stop us some days. It certainly encouraged me to reassess what's important, embrace change and live. We only get one chance as we know it. Yeah, absolutely. And look at some of the events this week that are just, whether you're into cricket or not, you would have had to have heard of Shane Warne and how suddenly things can change. So, embrace every day as a gift, I say. And when you've lived 2 days in one, I've lived in the past and the future for the last couple of days, every moment is precious. But, this year, as I said, I'm all about, and I would love some more shares if anyone's got shares there, that I'm all about the green lights. Let's just remove things, remove things that are just going to be those red lights, things that are going to just put up barriers, make obstacles for me. And so far it's working. It's just taking out, those little things that just get in the way. And my 3 words for this year were space, intention, and time. So one of the things that gives me the green light is giving myself space. So not rushing and doing as many things, removing some of things off my plate. And then the things that I choose to do, I'm doing with intention and giving myself time to do them. And that means that I'm not stopping at every red light. I'm literally giving self space to have all of those green lights. But we're quite excited about a whole lot of things here at Women's Fitness Adventures. So we've been doing some things behind the scenes that our members don't even know about. Yeah, how about that? That's pretty exciting. Brodwin, I dare you to guess, because you're always trying to guess what I'm doing. So try and guess. But one of the things, there's a couple of things I might, will I let the cat out of the bag today? I don't know. See, you've caught me at a silly hour when I'm really tired. So we know that from our research, from working with women over the past 8 years, and for me, the 15 years in health and fitness, that, there's lots of women out there who want to go on a hiking adventure, a multi-day one. And we also know from all the research that we've done that about 40% of people who book on a multi-day hiking adventure don't make it. They don't finish it. And they don't finish it, not on ours, absolutely not on ours, because we address all of those things that I'm about to talk about. But we know that there's a lot of women who walk the Camino. There's a lot of, and men, there's a lot of people who go to base camp and Machu Picchu and the West Highland Way and all of our wonderful Australian locations as well. And there's about 40% who aren't successful, think Overland Track and stuff like that. And the reason that they're not successful is they're either not prepared or they're, they don't have the right gear, they're overwhelmed, they haven't thought about it. It's just like, oh, I'll just rock up and it'll be okay. How hard can it be? They don't have the right gear and equipment. They don't have the longevity or the endurance, or they think that someone else carrying all the stuff as well. Okay, Simone, I will share that in a moment. This is one of them, but there's two. So we know that that's a problem, that 40% of people that book on a multi-day hiking adventure don't finish it. But we also know why they don't finish it, and we know that so many women want to go in all these places. So we will soon, I can't give a date, be releasing a totally new training program that you can do with us from wherever you live, that will be online and interactive and ensures that you will be adventure ready for hiking. And that will be the hike of your choice, not, we will get you ready, we will get you adventure ready wherever you live, and you can go off and do a hike anywhere in the world and you will be ready for that hike. Because we know that in order to be successful, there's 6 things that are really important. Love it, the green light, make it happen. I'm going to share that because, the green light, make it happen. Just get rid of all those barriers in the way. All that baggage we've been hanging on to doesn't need to be around. Life's not heavy. We've had heaviness for years. Let's shake it off. And hi, Gay. So that Adventure Ready for Hiking program is coming. And if there's anything you'd like to see inside that program, it's a 12-week interactive program, then let us know. We've been working for a long time on that program, a good couple of years, and that will come to life soon. But we know that in order to be successful in anything, and you can take this into your everyday life, and certainly it applies to hiking as well, that first and foremost in this little inner circle, I'll do this. This is our first little inner circle. We need support from our family and friends. So if we have an idea about anything and our family and friends agree with that idea, then, hey, there's a green light. But if they don't agree or they don't support you or they have some judgment around it, then it just makes it a little bit harder to move on or move out of that space. And then the next one is, so to move towards anything, to a goal is to have support, to have learning. So how do you do something? So what to teach, what to train, what skills, what knowledge do you need? And this is anything in your life, whether you're switching to a new job, whether you are transitioning to retirement, whether you are trying to learn a new skill or a new language, or a new hobby or anything like that. Support from family and friends, learning. So who's teaching you, who's training you, what skills, what knowledge do you need? Accountability. Accountability is the absolutely biggest thing because we're all procrastinators at heart. There's very few people in my experience, certainly in fitness, that are highly motivated, especially women, because stuff gets in our way. We are nurturers. We will pop everybody else in there first. But accountability, and we heard last week how much our Couch to Mountain team loved the accountability that 6-month program gave them. And we know that when you have accountability, things just work. So let me just, for some reason, my chat box is, there you go, having the right tribe. Yeah, so we're getting to tribe in a moment, Mandy. So thank you for prompting me on that one. So that accountability just makes such a difference. But the other thing is also guidance. So how do you move forward when you get to this point? How do you move forward to the next point? And hi, Sandy. How do you move forward to the next point? Who's going to guide you? And, one of the reasons that I do all these business courses is when we first started Women's Fitness Adventures, there wasn't really anyone doing fitness adventures for women in the way that we were doing them. And now in the past 8 years, the market has changed a lot. And, there's apps and there's other groups and there's, all sorts of things. And the growth and interest in women over 50 going hiking is certainly there. And that's why I seek out all these great business trainers of the world to give me some guidance as to how to navigate the business field so that we can, level up and have bigger impact in transforming and changing the lives of the women that we interact with here at Women's Fitness Adventures. And then the next one is, as you said, Mandy, tribe, having the right tribe around you. So who's the team that will motivate you and cheer you and support you? It's easy when everything's up here and going well, when the green lights are happening. And, who's the team that will pull you forward when, we're in that peak or in that valley or at the red light, to move us forward. And that's, as I said, this applies to, a new job, a new language, transitioning, moving to a new location. And then the final one is personal support. What are you actually doing? What routines and habits and rituals do you have in your daily life that move you forward? And I know for our members, we've got this as our March challenge, part of the core, and it's our, I think it's our final 5-day. We've got 3 5-day challenges this month, if everyone remembers. The core, the piece of fruit one, starts tomorrow, but the last 5-day one is around our core habits. What are the things that we do daily? I know we all brush our teeth and stuff, but what are the things that we do daily, weekly, or monthly that are doing to move us towards, that goal, that future self, that person that we want to be in, next week, next month, next year, that's strong and capable and living her best life. So they're the 6 things that we need in order to be successful. So support from family and friends. Don't go with the friends who are the naysayers. If you want to run a marathon, hang with marathoners. If you want to learn a language, hang with the people that speak that language. If you want to eat healthy, go hang out anywhere but the fast food places. So support from family and friends, learning, accountability, guidance, team, and personal support. But you know what I learned the most on this course? Like I learned so much, and I'm sure more will spill out over the coming days, is that we all have what it takes inside us to do whatever we want. And I talk about this from a hiking perspective because that's the frame of reference in the world that I operate in. And I know that for every single member that's here tonight, there's probably 10 women that wish they were right here with you that are not ready for whatever reason to step in and make the change because of perhaps all of those reasons that I spoke of before, because of perceived lack of time, lack of space, injury, illness, nurturing, looking after people, commitment, failure, injury, whatever it might be. But we all have what it takes inside of us. And all of us are scared of not knowing. We're all scared of getting it wrong. We're all scared of looking silly, of looking odd, of looking too old. But as the comments, and please comment, guess what? We only get one go. We find our tribe. And when we find our tribe, it really makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. It's like finding friends. I think that you can only make a change when you step in and when you truly commit. And if you have one leg in each camp, then nothing's going to change. It's you can't be half in the tent and half out the tent if you want to have a good night's sleep. You can't be, you can't sit in the amber zone. You can't sit between red and green at the traffic lights. It doesn't work. I think that anyone can be successful. Anyone can take the next step if we just believe in ourselves that we want to. So I'm going all over the place again. And so 2 things I wanted to share was, one, this Adventure Ready for Hiking course that we've been working on, 12-week course, working on for a good couple of years now, will be available to anyone, anywhere in the world soon, which is really, really exciting, a 12-week course. And then the other thing that I want to share, drum roll, I don't even have anything written down to share this because it's literally brand new, but it'll come out in the news. Well, it'll come out in the next week or so, is that we are piloting a new program, something we've been wanting to do for a couple of years, and then a little thing called the pandemic got in the way, but we're piloting a new program called the Ambassador Program. And we are testing that in South Australia to start with, where we are going to have a Women's Fitness Adventures ambassador in South Australia who will be there on the ground for us and run some local social events down in Adelaide, some social walks and get to know you and activities. And our first one down there is in April. So the pilot program is 6 months, starts in April. And the first event is Stadium Stomp in Adelaide. Mandy, who's watching tonight, is our ambassador down in South Australia. Mandy did our Couch to Mountain program, and you may recall she was on here a couple of weeks ago sharing her amazing story of how Women's Fitness Adventures has changed her life and gave her back the work-life balance that she was looking for. So Stadium Stomp is on, kudos to Mandy, in April 10. So if you are in Adelaide, you can reach out to us, hop onto the Stadium Stomp link for Adelaide and register. There in the newsletter today, there was the password to join our team. And Stadium Stomp is also coming to Brisbane on May 1. It's not in the other states at the moment. I think the MCG in Melbourne's got a few things on. Sydney haven't released a date either, and neither have Western Australia. But certainly join us on the Queensland one. We've got a team as well, and the code was in the newsletter today as well. Now, Stomp, you may think, oh gosh, I'm not doing stairs, and you might stomp your feet up and down and get a little bit sooky. Well, don't, because Stomp is one of the best things you can do. And why? Because it is really low key. It is all about you, and stairs are one of the best things that you can do for your fitness. And you don't have to go fast. You can opt out at any point. They don't let you run down. You're not allowed to overtake anyone on up and down the stairs. You can only do it on the crossways. They have you in waves, so it's never crowded. You never feel that you're going to be pushed over as well. And a couple of years ago, maybe 5 years ago, when we did our first one, there was a lot of hesitancy around it. But it is just such a great thing to do. And I encourage anyone, especially if you're on a multi-day adventure or thinking about doing one or wanting to increase your fitness, is to check out Stadium Stomp and come join our team. Our team will then go out to breakfast afterwards. So we've got Adelaide on April 10 and Brisbane on May 1. So go register now and join the team. 7:15 a.m. wave in Brisbane, because we're all early birds in Queensland, and a 9 a.m. one for South Australia. But mind you, sun doesn't rise, gets warmer later in the day down there. So please do that. And then when it comes to the other states, we'll certainly set up a team. So Brodwin, let me just share your course, I am tired. You're amazing the way you keep coming up with new ideas and challenges and being so invested in your company. Thank you. Thank you for that. And the reason that I am so invested in the company is that I wrote it down today, is that we had to write a billboard of coming soon, and mine was let me get it, hang on just one sec. I hope you couldn't see my shorts because I've got my pajama bottoms on. Mine was, where is it? Here you go. Can you see that? Women without limits, coming soon. That's why I do it. That's why I do all the things for Women's Fitness Adventures, because I believe as women, and especially women over 50, I've learned from all my time in, in the fitness industry and in, 8 years in Women's Fitness Adventures, that once we get over 50, we feel that sometimes we can be invisible, that our opinion isn't valued, that our best years, we're told might be behind us as well, that we don't try new things, that we don't switch brands, that we don't, we're not fun anymore. And we kind of just, and we should dress a certain way and stuff like that. And I believe that, my purpose, my mission is to help as many women, or encourage, I should say, as many women as possible to just step outside their comfort zone, to be strong and be healthy, the healthiest version of themselves, so that we have choices. When we're fitter and stronger, life is easier. It's not easier. The stuff that's thrown at us is hard sometimes, but it seems easier to deal with the fitter and stronger we are. And then when women feel good about themselves, they do great things. And when women do great things, that has such a ripple effect on the whole world. But if we can be strong and we can have balance and we can have confidence, when we have all that, we have freedom. We have freedom in our choices. And we then have women without limits, because we're not confined. I've seen my mum, who passed away at 70, my dad, who passed away 2 years ago. They still have many years ahead of them, and I don't want that. If I can help one woman, be stronger, be functionally fitter, be more, living her best life, then that's why I do what I do. So I'm glad you all love my Women Without Limits. I wrote that at some crazy hour this morning. Mandy says, looking forward to sharing and meeting Stomp with all of you. So that's in Adelaide. So that's big, exciting news. Very excited about that. I'd probably shout a bit more, but I am a bit tired. You love that. Everyone loves that, Women Without Limits. That's awesome. Here's Margaret, beautiful Margaret from Cairns. I changed careers at 50 and thought I could conquer the world. And you did. Changing careers, and Brodwyn as well, making such great choices, of how we want to spend the next chapter in our journey. Georgina says, love the support you give us all. Stepping out of the comfort zone is hard, but with support, it's possible. Absolutely, it is, and we're all the same. We're all scared to step out. If you, as you said, you're a teacher and you see that in kids, then that just gets bigger as we get into adults. So I really think that, a lot of it, and we talk about the hiker's mindset all the time as well, a lot of it rests up in here with us. And, sometimes if we get out of our own head and realize that everybody's talking the same thing, it's, you feel it, I feel it, what if, especially when you start a business, what if it doesn't work? What if no one shows up? What if they don't like me? What if? And then you stop just running out of what ifs, and you wake up in the middle of the night and you've got a list of 100,000 things that you think could go wrong. And then the daylight comes. So it's a beautiful thing. Let me share this. Margaret Larkham, well done. This is from Brodwyn. After 16 years in my last job, I started a new one today. Was that today, Brodwyn? It was a scary change at 64, but I've still got a few good years left in me. You've got a few decades left in you, maybe not working decades, but many, many great years ahead of you, Brodwyn. Thank you so much for sharing that. And Sandy, you love that, Women Without Limits. I know. Imagine that on a big billboard on the highway. Women Without Limits, Women's Fitness Adventures, coming soon. I think that's fantastic. You can see that on our clothing. Yeah, see, I need you guys. Oh, just love it. Love it. That's awesome. It's just okay. So, as I said, yes, I know. We'll get to clothing in a moment. Where am I? I'm all over the place because I'm tired. So I'm just going to pop a little, for anyone who's watching that isn't a member, I'm just going to pop up. Our membership is open and you can join membership right now, womensfitnessadventures.com/join membership. For anyone interested, our Cash to Mountain program is open for applications as well. So go ahead and apply if you can have a read of the program and see if that's for you. If it's of any interest, please apply. We will always have a chat with you anyway and talk about what adventure or what program might be right for you if that's not the right one, because if you never ask, you never know. We also have a couple of adventures that we have left. I'll just share this. Great motto for International Women's Day. Yes, which is tomorrow. I had completely forgotten about because I'm working in I don't know what time zone. Already done. Oh, yes, I know, Simone. I saw you. So everyone who put in an application, we will be in contact with. Where was I going? Oh, so we have a couple of other adventures with a few limited spots. So if you are thinking of it, I think there's one spot left for the Victorian High Country in December. 2 spots for our Mount Moffat in Queensland in April. Come along with me on that one, which is going to be fabulous. 2 spots for our Outback Queensland in Carnarvon in August. I love Wallaroo and the place we stay and just the unexpected beauty of that adventure. And we have just released this morning, if you weren't on the wait list or on the interested list, our Karajini National Park and Ningaloo Reef to Western Australia in May. There are 5 spots left, 9 spots sold this morning really quickly. And it's really hard to get into that area. We've been trying to get in there for, as we said, 2 years. And, people that were trying to go there 2 years ago are still trying to get in. So if you are interested in that area, it sounds amazing, absolutely amazing. And the other one that has spots, there's one more I have to release called Sadler Springs for June. And one more, no, I think that's it. I think that's all of them that we have at the moment. Anyway, I'm kind of starting to babble now. I can tell I'm getting tired. So thank you for showing up. Book club tomorrow night, our first book, or our next book, starts again tomorrow night. Apologies if anyone got the text. That was a little gremlin coming out on Saturday night. Wasn't me. And our online active adventures this week as well. But there's a whole lot of other things. If you check out the website, check out the newsletter. For those in Brisbane, the Mountain Series. For those in Adelaide, listen to the story of the pilot program. Let me just share Annie's thing. Moved to Australia at 53 for a 1-year contract. That was 23 years ago. Women's Fitness Adventures is my new challenge. Absolutely, Annie, and we love having you as a member, and we look forward to getting to know a bit more about you as well. Yes, and then Wednesday night, we have our night at the Adventure Store. So if you are in Brisbane, please come along. It is Kevin's last night. He is leaving. He's been a big supporter of ours for about 8 years now. But we do get a discount as well, a big discount on the night. But you can also do it online or over the phone. So if you want some help with that, please let us know. But I'm going to sign off now. Thank you so much for putting up the babble tonight. They're all over the place, the tiredness. Next week I will look fresh, not orange, I'm sure, and be a bit more cohesive. So thank you. Just love your comments, love your support, doing everything we can to ensure that we all live our life without limits and just live it as best we can with great friendship and support around us. So thank you all for listening in, and I did good. I will catch you next time. See you guys. Bye-bye.